Welcome, pen friends, again. This is Sal from Goldspot, and we are still here in Germany, in Nuremberg, with our friend Michael Gutberlet from the Kaweco Pen Company. Thank you,
Hello,
Michael.
all together.
And we are continuing a conversation that we had earlier, which I wanted to kind of expand on a little bit. Once again, actually, thank you, Michael, so much for having us here. We feel like family. This is not what we expected a professional trip to be. And I just feel so indebted with all the love you've shown us. Genuinely, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're spoiling us, you know that.
But this is
yeah.
no. But this is the way we are. This is the way we are doing. Yeah. So we want to be open. The people should to feel what we are doing, even through our products or personally if they come here. So this is important to us.
And not just with you, with everywhere we've been in Germany. It's just been an amazing experience. So
Okay, thank you.
I wanted to share that with you first
Thank
of all.
you, thank you.
After experiencing what we saw in Kaweco and some other brands, not just pen brands, a couple of other things that we've been just noticing around us in Germany, we noticed the simplicity, and we had this discussion earlier. Case in point, the Bauhaus design philosophy. Although I don't directly relate that with Kaweco because it is simple, yet not quite. When somebody hears Bauhaus, the first thing they think is contemporary. Simplicity and clean line. Kaweco has some tradition in it, yet it's still simple.
This is connected. When you go through the antique Kaweco collection, what I have, and it is what I do once in a while still, not only putting the pens together and put it in a drawer and just take a look on it. Sometimes I take it and disassemble it to learn it.
See what's inside.
What's inside or where they made. Coming to the simple construction, Lilliput and Supra was coming out really from the old days because I have a Lilliput in ebonite or 2 pieces in my collection.
Right.
I was enthusiastic to see, this fountain pen has only 3 parts. A cup, a barrel, and the front part, of course, beside the nib and the feet, because every pen needs a nib and a feet. But it was only 3 parts. So, and I was thinking by myself, okay, now we make airtight, we make fixing the airtight, we make another part here, another part there, we need somewhere in the back a spring. So we think very complicated. Why nobody makes any more a pen out of 3 parts? So and then I was sitting and sketching 3 parts which can fit together. And then I gave it to our turning company and said, hey, make me these 3 parts. This will be a fountain pen. And then they said, no airtight, no plastic. How this works? I said, it will work, don't worry. So they made it, and the Lilliput was born in brass and in aluminium. Everybody was afraid that this maybe will be damaged easy, too simple. But I got the confirmation, it works.
Where do you think, stepping back in the same idea that we're talking about, where people think simple and they design simple, where does that start in regards to
in regards of Kaweco? I think it was 1900, 1910, maybe same time like Bauhaus.
Because we saw some very ornate designs in Kaweco.
This is another thing, depends on the country. Depends on the culture. When you go south, you need a gold, you need a glimmer.
The engravings.
You need the engravings, the floral design, all these kind of things.
And then at some point it became just simplicity.
Just simple, but it depends on which area it goes and how much money the people had. This was another thing.
I'll step back a little more, and we saw your design not just of the pens, but we saw the design of your office. We saw the design of your conference room and everything else that you're doing around here, which is also, again, complements to a very simplistic design theme, functional but simplistic. As a CEO who does everything, and you have your hands in sales and flying around the world and coming to see us, when it comes to designing a pen and then you're keeping it simple within these design boundaries, how do you control yourself?
This becomes more and more difficult, I have to say. And I'm happy that my kids Christiane and Sebastian joining the company finally.
That's very impressive. Yes, I'm very happy about that.
Yes, and end of last year they got some shares of the company. So now more and more.
So they have a vested interest now.
Yes, there's a
Sebastian also owns a pen shop.
Pen shop,
which
yes.
you mentioned. Yes.
Yes. What I never expected in some time, I was never expecting, because they was telling me, Father, we never join your company because you are never at home. You work all the time.
But now they found a way to be with you all the time.
Yes.
Just join the company.
And they love it.
Yes.
And they love it. I can feel it. It's a different kind of way. Of course, the way is a little bit different. Because when I started, I was always with my father. People tell me I sold my first pen. It was a wooden pencil with 3 years, so when I was 3 years old. And so I was always interested in that business. So for me, it was never anything else. Never. I had only the interruption with the military and the tire company I was selling. But this, I wanted to have a little break to come later back on my own. Not always sponsored by my father.
Right.
This was important for me.
That was the time when you took off for the tire company.
Yes, because the military called me, and then I went to Continental, Continental before, and then the military, and then I came to my father's back. So, but with my kids it was different. They wanted to stay away, and then only later they come back with some.
But they came back on their own terms. So
on their own terms, yeah.
That's important.
And now they love it as well, and of course they make it a little bit different. What I have now to learn from them is the next generation, how you sell, Facebook, Instagram, all the social media.
And it has helped, as much as people say the social media is not all good because it's just too much information. When it comes to, I think, products like Kaweco, where brand awareness and product awareness is very important.
It is very important. Kaweco would be not there.
They would not be there
if we had not this media.
Correct.
So, and this is at the moment a very interesting point. We have it's how you say it in English. I don't know the English word. The opposite. You have the digital, which helps us, and the digital kills us.
Yes.
So.
It has to be a yin and yang.
So, but this is
balance.
but this is really going in that direction.
Yes.
So this is really funny.
My initial thinking was when I thought Bauhaus or simple, I always automatically thought, clean lines.
Yeah.
Has this tradition mixed into modern, contemporary, always been the German way, or do you feel that this changed over time?
I think that changed over time. This is also a kind of fashion and trend. Yeah. So this will change, because today you find also clean designs from Japan, for example. Right. They have sometimes very nice design pens, and also China now starts sometimes to have
simple,
some
modern.
Very simple, modern stuff.
Right.
Which is good. So I think it's a change always, up and a down.
Michael, you've done such an amazing job curating Kaweco after you took it over.
Thank you.
And regardless of what the product was, you've brought it back to life in an amazing way, in line with its legacy. What else is in the future for Kaweco's design, and any new designs and products coming out in the near future that we should look forward to?
Yeah. We are working, what I can tell, we are working to increase the digital connection. So we will have some additional pen adapters that you can change the Kaweco Sport, for example, to a touch pen, digital touch pen. Because we found the Apple housing, what we have, the grip,
which we just received.
Yes, it's just a nice product. It's not a big seller, but it keeps the contact alive between the digital people and the normal fountain pen people. This is why we want to expand this area a little bit more, explore. We have some connection and some cooperation with Adonit in Taiwan, which makes a special touch pen. And also we have a connection with Wacom, which has digital pens for Samsung.
Yes.
So we are working with these techniques. So also we are thinking to implant that in our system.
Great.
But the idea is always behind how we can keep our design and make not totally something new.
Not only you have that legacy of Kaweco behind you, you're thinking in the future and
we are
staying
trying.
with it.
We are
Excellent.
trying. We are trying.
That's perfect. Great.
This is one of the directions.
Yeah. We're looking forward to that and seeing some cool, exciting stuff coming.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for the wonderful discussion.
Thank you.
Your input is super valuable, just not just on a professional level, just on a personal level. So it's our first trip to Germany, and we love the fact that we have such a wonderful guide and so much support from everyone. So.
Come back with your family and enjoy it also for some holiday.
We absolutely will.
And not only the Autobahn.
Yes, not only the Autobahn.
We are not only Schumachers. Thank you, son. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for joining us. This is Sal at the Goldspot channel, and as Tom Otto says, stay inky, my friends.